So what we do is very simple. However, you have to be willing to take the time out of your schedule to get it done, basically. That's how it works for everyone. I do like to share really quickly that everybody's life is busy. Most of us work. Let's read the room. How many of you guys work? Put a number 2 in the chat if you have a job. Okay, so pretty much everybody here. Put a number 3 in the chat if you are taking some type of classes right now. You're in school taking classes. Okay, so a few people. Put a number 4 in the chat when, not when, Brittany messed me up. Put a number 4 in the chat if you have children or a child. Okay, so everybody here is equally busy. We have something going on. I'm number 4, just number 4. But I tell everybody I have 10 kids. Okay, I only have 3. But well, I have 3 and a dog. All right. So with that said, you guys, you make time for what you want to make time for. This is your business. This is not a hobby. This is not a second job. This is a business. You have to be willing to take the time out to build it and to put it first. And so that's on you to do. So we are going to go over some of the daily income producing tasks tonight. What I was doing previously was going over every task, but I realized that it's enough information for us to like focus on one task the whole time so that you guys are getting the most out of it and we can like literally dive all the way in. That also opens up the room and the door for you all to be able to ask more specific questions so that we can answer them and help in those areas. So tonight, we are specifically talking about posting, okay? One thing that I have noticed for a minute is that people will post their starter post and then that's it. You don't hear from them again. They don't post again. They just start messaging and doing all the other things, but they forget the importance of continuously posting. So that is what we're going to go over tonight, what those posts should look like, what topics should I even be posting about. A lot of people start this business and they feel as though, well, I didn't post before this business. Put a 5, let's put a 5 in the chat if that was you. I don't really post that much. I don't take pictures very much. If you said or thought that, if you thought it, you probably said it already, but put a number 5 in the chat. I'm gonna put my 5 because I didn't say it, but I did not post that often prior to the business. So the way that I like to address that or explain that, before this business, did we have a need to post on social media? Before we started a business working from social media, did we have a need to post there? No. So the business gave you a need to start posting on social media. So I look at it like having a new job. When you have a new job, you have new roles at that job, right? And so it's a normal fact that you're going to be doing some different things that you weren't doing before because it was not required of you before. Now that you are starting this new venture, you are turning a new leaf and deciding to do something that you weren't doing before to see results here. Okay. So let's just throw that away. You can learn how to be great at posting. You can learn how to take pictures. You can learn how to find good lighting, how to find your angles. We have learned all those things. Okay. So, first, I want to go over the different topics that we should be posting about. Okay. And then we'll go from there. And if anybody wants to chime in, please let me know and I can unmute you. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. And as we're going, we'll stop and answer those questions as they come in. Okay. So different topics that you should be posting on. And this was what I was told when I started this business 7 years ago is the business opportunity itself. So I'm going to give y'all the topics and I'm going to break them down. The business opportunity itself, the products, and then your lifestyle. Okay. So let's talk. Which one do we want to talk about first? I'm going to let y'all choose, make it fun. What do y'all want to talk about first? Which one? Business opportunity, lifestyle, or products? Which one do y'all want to talk about first? Come on, y'all. Everybody, I feel like it's an equal amount. I need everybody to vote. Everybody, okay. I see a lot of lifestyle, so I'm gonna talk about lifestyle. Honestly, y'all, lifestyle I feel is the most easiest and the most fun thing to talk about, to post about. Okay, lifestyle is you showing the bits and pieces that are specific to you that would make a person want to choose you in doing business with. Okay, so I don't know why this example came in my head, but whatever, we're gonna go with it. I swear to God, I've never been on a dating app in my life. Okay. So on a dating app, you share, well, who's been on a dating app? Let's ask that. Put number 6 in the chat if you've been on a dating app. No judgment whatsoever. Okay. When you are on a dating app, you put bits and pieces out there so that those people would be interested in you, right? You share different bits and pieces of you. That takes a little digging, right? Because most of us don't know how to just talk about ourselves, right? And so it takes a little digging for you to figure out, like, what things do I want to share? What's important for me to share? What do I care to share? The same thing goes for your business. What you're sharing is what you're going to get. Okay. Dating app people, right? If you are sharing certain sides of yourself, you're going to get those sides of men. Okay. If you're sharing what you want in a solid relationship, then you're going to get a solid relationship. In this business, we are building relationships as well with our business partners. So you want to share the parts of you that you want to connect with. Okay. If you are, and I don't even want to go there. Let me see, give an example. If you are a hot mess mom, and I'm not saying, like, no judgment nobody, just whatever. If you are a hot mess mom and that is what you identify as, 9 times out of 10, people are going to resonate with that, which is fine. And they're going to connect with you, and you're probably going to enroll other hot mess moms. So you're going to have to be willing to show those hot mess moms how you take care of life and business as a hot mess mom. Does that make sense? If you are a college student and those are the bits and pieces that you're showing of yourself, you're likely going to enroll other college students, and you are going to have to be responsible for showing them how to do this business. Okay. If you are a socially awkward person and that is something that you identify with, okay, that's like a part of your personality. You are likely going to enroll other socially awkward people who don't feel comfortable taking pictures and stuff. And you're going to have to show them, like, yes, I'm socially awkward when I started, but I still have fun doing this too. And this is how. Okay. So no matter who you are, what walk of life that you come from, you can show the bits and pieces, the joys of your life, and be successful here. Okay. But basically, the lifestyle piece is what allows you to connect with your people of the world. So just to give an example, when I'm sharing on social media, I like to share my children. I do sometimes share like relationship stuff. It depends on the month and also how I feel. Sometimes I feel like, let me show my love this month. I don't know. Sometimes I don't. Okay. Just know, I mean, we doing very well over here, love wise. However, I just don't show that every single month. Okay. Sometimes I share like my dogs. I haven't shared my dog in a minute, probably because I have a new baby and like he's been the main focus. But when I didn't have a baby, he was my little baby, right? And so that was what I shared a lot. I like to share like home decor stuff. That was always my jam. Like before I even started this business, I love home decor. So if I go to Ross and I find a picture, I'm gonna show that on my social media. Okay. I also more recently I'm interested in like cleaning videos and stuff. I literally love watching them. They bring peace to me. Okay. And so me seeing somebody else clean their space, I love it. So now I'm incorporating bits and pieces of that into my network. Like, I mean, not my network, my post. So today I showed myself shopping at Walgreens and putting stuff in the basket, like little simple stuff like that. Those are lifestyle pieces. Okay. What else? When I get my nails done, that's lifestyle. When I am figuring out a hairstyle for my hair, that's lifestyle. When I decide to take my braids out, I might do a little quick, like fast video on me showing myself taking my braids out. that is my life. I'm basically showing bits and pieces of my life. Does that make sense? So what things in your life are you not currently sharing that you can start sharing? And so I'm not telling you guys to like bend over backwards and like change your life and make it be mirrored to mine. There are things in your life that you are currently doing that you're not sharing. Somebody here knows how to make a bed better than anybody on the Zoom because their grandma showed them. I don't know. Their grandma showed them how to make a bed a certain way, and they get, I don't know, they get comments on it all the time, but they're not showing themselves making their bed on social media. That's a big thing, y'all. Like that's a whole conversation, like making your bed in the morning. Not only like mindset wise, like people talk about making your bed, cleanliness wise, people talk about making your bed, being organized, people talk like literally stuff like that. Okay. So those are the bits and pieces that I share on my social media. I'm sure there's many other things. If you guys follow me, you will see like how I just naturally go with the flow and share. So Brittany, I'm gonna unmute you. Y'all are distracting me in this chat.
Hey y'all, so I just wanted to put out the notion for anybody that is fairly new, because a lot of times we overthink it, and when we start a business we think that that's all we should post. And so Tiara already gave the example of like when you work a job or whatever, and most of us work. Well, when you start a new job, you don't just all of a sudden now every time you open your mouth you're telling somebody about your new job. You start the new job, you do the job there. When you get home, you're still yourself. So you just have to make sure that Kason, stop. I'm sorry, life. You just have to make sure that even though, yes, you started a business, you do not flood your page now with only business posts, only product posts, that you still show your personality. So the lifestyle piece, that is literally when you do not need a script. We script almost everything here, but that is when you get to be whoever you truly are. And just like Tiara said, you have to think about what you identify with. I remember when Miss Therese had said that she liked nail polish and something, and I was like, oh my God, or makeup or something. I was like, let me go see what Miss Therese, like those little things people will be interested in. A lot of times you may think because it's just what you may consider boring, or I don't have anything exciting going on. Think about the little things that you do throughout your day and show it, because if you're brand new and you start showing those little pieces, your following will tell you what they want to see, because you'll see the likes go up, you'll see them go down. Nobody likes me on my page. They like my husband, they like my kids, they like a whole lot of stuff. But you can play around with what you put out there so you can find what your audience likes about your lifestyle and who you can relate to. I literally did a quick story yesterday about my hair. Like, I'm natural, trying to figure out what products to put in. I think Tiara and Sharon, they both gave me the idea, like, ask your following. This lady sent me a 2-minute voice message on Facebook about what I should do to my hair, send me pictures, all of that type of stuff. And she was like, I love your hair. It's nice. Let me give you these ideas. I put up a post about it. I've gotten comments, and those are people that I now can authentically or genuinely just start conversations with, and they don't have to be started with the business, but because they're now on my page following me because they're trying to see what I'm doing with my hair, they're going to see when I do talk about products or when I do talk about the business. So don't think that you getting potentials has to be you just doing business posts or just product posts. The lifestyle posts, y'all, that's literally where it's at. People will come to be nosy about your lifestyle. They're not going to come to be nosy about a picture of a product that you put on your page, because it ain't nothing to be nosy about there. But when you drop those hints about where you're going, what you're doing, what you're talking to your kids about, the grades in school, anything you can think of that you may talk to your friends about, your following they're now your friends, and you can of course share everything. You don't have to share your dirty laundry, but you can share those things now with your following. And quite frankly, I get a lot of tips from my following. You would be surprised how many people that are strangers will connect with you over what you share about your life.
Yes. And Lauren, yes to the hospital corners, because my mom was a registered nurse. Okay. And she did show me how to do the hospital corners. So yes. But I did want to say something, that quick tip, you guys, write this down. One thing that we like to do to kind of know what to post is to make your to-do list for tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow? If it's literally nothing, like everybody got something to do tomorrow, right? Like Whitney, I know you're on spring break, but like you got some plans for tomorrow. Like, okay, if you got some plans for tomorrow, figure out the things that you can share. So, like, for example, when my kids are in school, I show them coming down the stairs saying good morning. If you have a baby at home, like, I don't know if your toddlers have like a snack time, but like y'all could be like the snack of the day type situation. Like, do you want this or this? And just show your baby choosing what snack they want. Like little simple things like that. People will be like all into it. Okay. I'm gonna go on to Sharon and Lauren. I don't know. Sharon, okay, go ahead.
So I just wanted to add, I know Brittany already touched on it, but I feel like some people are like, well, my life is boring. I feel like nobody can relate. Y'all, there's something in your life that you can relate to on your people, that your people are following you. They're following you for a reason. You just got to figure out, okay, why are these people following me? What can I connect? What can I post that can relate to them? Like, for instance, I was in college. That was my target. I'm married now. I'm not in college anymore. So my audience has switched. But I don't want you guys to be like, oh, I'm boring. Find something, y'all. Something. Like Tiara said, y'all got something to do tomorrow. And just show it. Don't be scared to show it. Like, for instance, Lahara, when we was at the party, she shared her story. And a lady came up to her and she was like, your story touched me. And Lahara was like, well, dang, I didn't even know, because I didn't know my story would touch somebody. So y'all, we literally just have to do it. You just have to share your life. That's literally it.
Yes. And notice how we didn't say like, show yourself going to shop for a house, show yourself buying a new car, show yourself purchasing a new wardrobe. Like, we didn't even say extravagant stuff. We talking about daggone doing laundry, picking out a snack for your kids. Okay. Like ironing your clothes for work, like just silly stuff, y'all, that you don't even think to share. Little things like that. Making your bed in the morning. Like, those are simple things that mostly everybody here does.
Okay, y'all. So I just want to talk a little bit about, I do have a huge following on Instagram, and people love my content. They're always interacting with me and everything like that. But some days I find myself having no motivation. I'm having a super tough day. And I've started actually telling my followers that today's been a rough day for me, y'all. Like, I'm lacking motivation. I need y'all to pour into me. So I'm just completely being vulnerable, completely being transparent, and you still get interaction just like doing that. You don't have to air your dirty laundry. You don't have to do too much, but I put it all out on the table because I never know how it can touch someone else's life or what words of life they could speak into me. So don't be discouraged when you're having a bad day or you're so down, or if you got to get on there crying and be like, y'all, today has been a day. Do what you got to do, but don't let that hold you back from posting and sharing, because somebody else is probably going through the same exact thing, and you could be touching their life by just being open, sharing, and pouring into them. And then sometimes you can get exactly what you need in return as well. So I just want to say that as well, but always still try to have a positive spin on it. Don't just be a Debbie Downer and super negative. Still talk life and be positive as well.
Yes, I love that so freaking much. Thank you for sharing that, Lauren, because I hear so many times where people are like, I'm sick, or your kids are sick, and like you just go ghost for 2 weeks because like your kid got sick. Like, sis, show that your child is sick. Get some home remedies from these grandmas on Facebook and Instagram. Get some tips, even though your mom is already telling you what to do. Let these people tell you, you know, what they do when their child is sick and stuff like that. Share those bits and pieces of your life so that people will know, like, well, dang, her kids get sick too. They like, my baby's just had that same stomach virus 2 weeks ago. Like, they telling me like she gonna be all right tomorrow. The next day, okay. They like the next day she gonna be a little woggy. Then the next day she gonna be good. So I'm literally following it like, okay, tomorrow she's gonna be a little off. Like, Y'all connect with your following. This is what makes it fun, I promise. Okay. So there should not be anything. If you hit your foot, like I fell in the garage back in September while I was running, was doing too much. I was doing too much. And I fell in the garage. I shared that on my story. I was laughing. I was hurt. Okay. I was laughing. When I decided that I had to go to a doctor to make sure I wasn't nothing broken, months later, I told my following about it, like, y'all, I'm going to the doctor now because I'm still hurting. And so, like, they were interacting with me about it. We're human. We have aches and stuff like that, whether it's physical or like mental, like, you know, mental health type stuff too. Now, of course, you don't want to always show up in that way. Like, dang, something always going wrong with this girl. She want me to do business with her, right? But show that you are a human being and that life happens to you. Okay, so that's the fun part.
Hey y'all, just piggybacking on this topic, you can share your life and you can still have boundaries. This past weekend, I literally shared, I think, was it this past weekend or last week? I was talking to the makeup girlies that follow me, and I was asking them about, you know, my makeup that I got from Ulta. Is this good or not? So they're all pouring into me and they're like, girl, you bought this yesterday and this is on sale today, like half off. I was so mad. I was texting Tierra like, girl, my follower just told me this is on sale and I got it for $30. I got 2 of them, so that's $60, and I could have got it for 50% off. So I was so mad. And then, but I didn't mind sharing that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But another time I posted my baby at gymnastics and some like follower of mine was like, hey, where does she go to gymnastics? And I'm like, yeah, I draw a boundary there because that's my baby and I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? So you can definitely share things and still have boundaries around things that you value and love.
Yes. Like I have people ask me like I'm like, I just planned my whole week for spring break, and they like, where are you taking your kids today? I'm like, damn, like, to tell you where we going. Like, no, like you're really weird. So little things like that. Absolutely maintain boundaries. You do not have to share things you don't want to share. So does anybody have questions on lifestyle? I feel like that's the most like fun part. And some days, I'm not gonna lie, some days I do feel dry, like what part do I share? Or my hair doesn't look right and da-da-da-da. Like, y'all, it's not that serious. First of all, Instagram got some very nice filters. That's number one. Two, throw a hat on, okay? If your hair ain't right, throw a hat, a little cap on. Y'all see Brittany got her cap on. That is good enough, okay? 3, if you, and honestly, y'all, the last few times, like I've been sending Zoom videos to like some of my newbies, and like when the video plays back and I hear my voice, I'm literally like cringing, like, ew, like I get it. But at the end of the day, with stories, you can like hear you can like replay the story and decide to do it again if you don't like it. You don't have to post it if you don't like it.
Hey y'all. So honestly, I just wanted to get on here and challenge everybody to put a crazy hair post up. And the reason I said that is because I got more interactions from posting a picture with my hair not done. I just woke up and I kind of like opened the curtain just a tad bit so that the sun will shine in. And I said, I can't wake up pretty every day or something like that. But I thank God for waking me up. And when I tell you, I got way more comments than I did on a picture just that I thought was bomb. So I want to challenge everybody to do that and see how many interactions you can get, because that's what I used for my haps and stuff today. So that's a challenge that I'm putting y'all on tonight.
That is a real challenge, baby. That is a real challenge.
Because I'm telling you, the struggle.
Okay, so I don't see any other questions. I did see Crystal said she's mean. We said be positive. If that's how you want to show up, you have to consider like, how do you want to show up? Okay. Like I can say like, oh, I'm a crybaby. Do I want to show up as a crybaby though? Do I want to be viewed as that? Do you want to be viewed as mean? Do you want to be labeled as mean by your followers? If you don't care and that's the people that you want to partner with in business, by all means, go for it. Okay. So whatever you post is what you're going to attract to your business. So just think about that. How do you want to show up? It's completely, that's up to you. And that's okay. Yeah, I heard that. Because you may consider yourself mean, but somebody else may consider it funny. So it also may be that you're being hard on yourself, but you're really not mean. Because I don't think of you as a mean person. So you're going to have to decide, do you want to be yourself or do you want to like kind of sugarcoat a little bit? Okay. So next thing is the business opportunity. I think that had the most votes second. So with the business, I want you guys to understand a lot of lifestyle pours over into the business. So literally yesterday I showed myself riding on my Peloton and a girl messaged me today and was like, I want a Peloton so bad, but it's too expensive. And I was like, let's make some money together. Why not? I say our first goal could be Peloton budget. Like, let's do this. Little things like that can pour right over into the business. Okay. You sharing, like today I got Easter clothes for my kids. Okay. You could make a poll like how many of you guys already got Easter outfits, or do you match your kids on Easter? Like little simple stuff like that. That's interaction, that's lifestyle, and then it can turn into business. Okay. How does it turn into business? I'm so grateful for my business for allowing me to be able to like go and get a new outfit for my babies for Easter. I have not always been able to do this. Okay. What else? Lifestyle that can turn. Ironing your clothes. Ironing your clothes. If you iron your clothes for work last minute and everybody know that you're the late person for work, like your followers should know that. Are you always late for work? Put a number 7 in the chat if you always late for work. Your followers should know that. Like, y'all, I'm late again. I'm challenging myself next week to be on time every day. Okay. And then literally come back and update them so that they can follow your journey of being on time, like little things like that. But then how do you bring it to the business? I'm so grateful that I can work my business from anywhere. Yes, I'm late, but I can still work my business while I'm at work. I can still work my business on my lunch break. I can work my business, I don't know, like 10 minutes before I go home by like sitting in my car before I decide to start driving. Little things like that. You're basically bringing them together, pulling them together so they're not like different. One thing that I noticed, which this is not bad, but I don't want you guys to get stuck in this, okay? One thing that I noticed is that people will post like, join my team, but they never wrap the business into their lifestyle. So it's just lifestyle. Then it's like, I have 5 spots on my team. Please join my team. Then it's lifestyle. Then it's, hey, I'm looking for 5 ladies who are interested in extra income. Then it's, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to pull them together. Okay. What is your business doing for your life? Write that question down. What is your business doing for your life? And even if it's not doing it right now, what is it going to do? We have a girl on our team that was just able to get a new apartment. And so maybe her business didn't allow her to get the apartment, but did it let you get a lamp? Okay. Did it let you buy a lamp? Did it let you buy some new sheets? What is your business doing for your life? And then you ask people who else could use this opportunity for the same reason. If college is your thing and you showing yourself, like Cassetta's in college and she's writing papers and stuff like that. No, the business has nothing to do with her papers. However, maybe it has something to do with her speaking skills. So the next time she has to do a presentation, like y'all, I usually am so nervous to do presentations, but because I speak for my business, I'm learning that my confidence is a little bit better. We're bringing it together. Does that make sense? So that is something that I noticed our team lacks, and I want to challenge us to get better with that too. Like, how can we intertwine the two? Thank you. Does anybody have questions on business posts? Oh, go ahead, Britt.
So as for the business posts, a lot of times when I am on my way to work or either on my way from work, that is a time when I can talk about the business, and it's something as simple as, yay, I'm off work. Now I get to go work my business at home. People have asked me literally just from saying that, like, what are you talking about? You going to do something at home? Like, what do you do from home? Because a lot of people, when they get started with this, if they are already working, they were looking for a part-time job anyway. But the fact that we have a part-time job that you don't have to put a bra on for, you don't have to start your car for, like, you literally don't have to go anywhere. Like, it's people out here to do Grubhub, Amazon, all types of stuff. Like, I love to be able to tell people that, like, I'm not trading this for nothing else. Like, I don't care what kind of part-time job you do. You could be doing part-time, like some people do hair on the side, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do people's hair selectively, but I don't get paid for it because it's only my best friend and her kids. But like, that is something where I'm standing up for hours doing hair. Like this, you literally can do it in the bed. So sometimes a business post could be me laying in my bed. I'm literally showing the TV and what I'm watching on Netflix, and I will put just the little words across the screen. Working my business, or getting back to you ladies that were interested in products while I'm watching Princess and the Frog. So it does not have to be something long and outdrawn and, like she said, extravagant. I've done ones at the gas pump. Like, who don't like to get out the car to pump gas? It's me. I will drive past gas stations all day long. But when I do go to the gas station, I say, thank goodness I have the opportunity to make weekly bonuses. This can go towards putting gas in my car. So you don't have to say that you made $1 million and that you're, balling till you fall. People will appreciate the simple things. When we talk about groceries, buying eggs, like, it could be anything. And I like to be funny. So I might turn around and say, thank God I could buy these eggs today because I didn't want to buy them last week. So it can be simple stuff that people can relate to. One time, if you go get your hair done, if you're natural, how much does it cost you to get your hair done? Or how much does it cost you to go to the hair store? How much do you spend when you take your kids to Sweet Frog or go to Crumble Cookie, or whatever you're doing? All of those things that require money, you can say how you're appreciative that now you don't have to pull that money from your full-time job. My son's birthday was March. I simply said, thank goodness I can get everything that I'm doing for his birthday with the money from this business. I don't have to pull it from my full-time job. So just think about those little things, because again, people will appreciate it. For me, I don't cook on Fridays. So guess what? Thank God I got my bonus yesterday, because now I can buy us pizza on Friday. Like, simple things like that is truly a business post, because people are, again, nosy by nature, and they're gonna want to know, how are you paying for this pizza and you talking about you ain't using the money from your job? Like, what are you doing? And that opens the gate for you to tell them what you're doing.
Okay, I'm over here writing notes. Thank you, Brittany. Okay. Another example that I want to show y'all how it would unfold. So let's say I'm watching Grey's Anatomy. Who likes Grey's Anatomy? Put number 8 in the chat. Like, that is my jam. Honestly, I like every medicine show now, any doctor, nurse, because of Grey's Anatomy. I can watch the replays, love them. Okay, so if I'm talking to my stories about watching Grey's Anatomy, I could be basically I love Grey's Anatomy, who likes it, and put a poll. Then I can be honestly, if I would have saw Grey's Anatomy before college, or if I was in college, I probably would have been somebody's doctor or nurse practitioner or something. Anesthesiologist, I would have been doing something in the medical field. But I went into this, and then look, I didn't start doing this business. I did not even know that I would have ended up in this business. However, I learned about it on Facebook. Y'all see how I went from talking about Grey's Anatomy and it just flowed right into my story. Find a way to make it flow right into your story. Okay, so that's that. I want you guys to write these points down. Not only should you be writing about or posting about, what is the business doing for your life or going to do for your life? What are you doing for your business? What are you doing to work your business? Because you can't consistently say, I do this business, but nobody ever sees you doing your business, right? So what does that look like? When you get paid on payday and you get an email, Share it. You said you're making money. Let them know you got paid today. Today's payday. I don't care if it was 20 cents. Okay, that's a profit from your business. You share it. That's number one. Two, you share your wins. If you get an enrollment, share your wins. Share your team's win. If your team, your leader, if Brittany gets acknowledged by corporate, then I need to share that. Brittany now is able to get on a Diamond Zoom with corporate. When she get that first email, she's gonna share it. She's gonna be so excited. I'm gonna share it too. Because I want other ladies to be able to get on that Zoom too. Okay, and I want my people who are watching me and saying, do I want to join her team? I want them to know that somebody on my team was able to make it to that level that they got on this special Zoom. And that I'm gonna teach them how to do the same thing too. And so from you all standpoint, you'll be able to say, I'm on a successful team. This girl just was able to make it to this Diamond Zoom, which means I got next. Y'all get what I'm saying? So share your wins. Talk about your bonuses. What bonus are you going after? When I went to my first conference and they now announced that $10,000 bonus, sis, I was scared. I did not know that I was going to get that bonus. But guess what? I knew I could not. I was like IBDAMN. I ain't gonna say it. If these girls get this bonus and I don't. I was following other ladies in the business from like other teams. I was like, I'm going to get this bonus. Like, no, like I refuse for other people to get this bonus and I won't about to get it. Like, no, if they can do it, I can do it too. So what bonus are you gonna claim? Right now, we all are eligible for a trip to Jamaica. Are you gonna claim that and talk about it? Because if you're scared to talk about it, baby, why should anybody join your team? Why should anybody join your team if you're scared to say that you're going after a goal? Even if you miss it. Even if you miss it, you gotta come back the next week and be like, listen, not next week, next day, new month. Y'all missed it, but I'm closer. And I'm going. I missed it, but the beauty of my business is there's the next opportunity. There's always another bonus for me. I missed the bonus, but guess what? They extended them. And so I have another chance. Who's gonna go after this bonus this month? Maybe last month won't good for you, but you can't miss something and fold on your goals, okay? When you are on Zoom calls, this is why I say show up with your camera on. Because what that look like? Right now it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. Like we have a full page of people with their camera on. But what would that look like if you were showing on your stories? Speaking of which, everybody pull your phone out and post on your stories that you're on a training. Okay, what would it look like if you posted on your stories that you were on a training and it was just straight up gray boxes with names in it? What the heck is that? What is that? But if people go on your stories and they see like, oh, she's really on this Zoom with people. This is really real. She's being trained about what she said she started. Doesn't that sound more believable? When y'all were scared, I don't think there's a person here who did not start this and say, somebody said they thought it was a scam. Wouldn't that validate what you're doing? Yes. Wouldn't them being able to see your face on the Zoom validate that you're really in this thing? Yes. So not just us showing our faces, but you showing your faces too. So be willing to talk about that. Include a poll. I get to work with other professional ladies in business. I see Miss Therese just pulled that hair together. Yes, honey, she snatched it together real quick. She like, hold on, they taking pictures. I love it. But imagine y'all putting on the poll, like I get to work with other women that are serious about making extra income. Like we are women with goals. We're all going to Jamaica together. Like we're about to be lit and deep in Jamaica. Like that is so exciting to me. And not only that, we're building income together from social media. Little things like that is what is going to reel people in. And then acknowledgement. If you are acknowledged from your team, I don't care how simple it is. I don't care if it's a little simple shout out like, thank you so much, Crystal, for coming up with the ideas that you had about grouping things together. Like, if it's your first time speaking on a Zoom and you started not even seeing yourself in leadership, y'all, I realized, like me and Shanice were just talking about that, I realized that I kind of transitioned to, like, I'm kind of like moving on to leadership right now. Like, I'm kind of helping with leaders. Wait a minute. So you have to talk about that transition so people are able to see like, oh, dang, she started at this level and she's moving up in her business because she's transitioning into leadership. But for those people who are saying they're scared, or I don't see myself speaking on the Zoom and stuff, sis, do you see yourself telling your following that you promote it? Yeah, you do. You do. And so you want to be able to transition to leadership because that's what a promotion is. And you went into leadership. Okay. So those are like the parts of the business that you want to be sharing. You sharing the bits and pieces of the business is going to bring people in too. If there's a corporate event, get there so you can post about it. Again, validation that your business is real.
Okay, so I just wanted to speak on Mo asked about what if like you're doing these polls and everything and people aren't interacting, or you asking questions and people aren't saying anything. Well, I personally call out my followers because I know they see me and I respectfully say, go back and vote, please. Don't be rude to me. And she was like, what if, they interpret it wrong? Oh, well, because if you're always posting, they'll get your personality. Come as you are, because you know how it feels when someone is ignoring you. So call them out on it. Then they're like, okay, Lauren, my bad. I'm about to go vote. So they literally know that I'm going to be calling them out in the next post if they don't interact. So they already anticipated, they already know. And then they're like, okay, I'm sorry. I got you. Cause I'll post who does lashes in Houston. Nobody would say anything. And then I'm like, okay, so y'all gonna sit here and let me not have my lashes done. Suddenly everybody is saying something. Then I'll call them out on that. Like, so now y'all could talk? Why can't y'all just do that for me the first time? So literally just come as you are and your following they'll get to know you. Put your personality out there. Don't second guess yourself. And then say, for instance, you thought you were being mean, come back and be like, okay, that might've been a little harsh, y'all. I'm sorry. Literally don't hold back. Just be yourself and your following will encourage you, push you, and give you what you need in return. So don't overthink it. Just don't overthink it at all.
Yes. And I was telling you guys, I had showed up in my stories and one of my earrings were gone because Carson had snatched it out. I didn't even know. And I was just talking away like, da, 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 da. And so someone was like, girl, you got one earring on. So then I went back to my stories and I was laughing. I'm like, y'all, so nobody was gonna tell me I had one earring on. Like, and people are cracking up laughing like, girl, I had to wait. I had to go back to see if you dropped the earring in the video. I'm like, what happened? Like, so not only are they saying stuff, but I'm getting more interaction because I called it out and I'm laughing at myself, just being human. Now, if you're like nervous and that's not your personality to call them out, then don't, but like, it works. Like, call them out. Like, as if you would your friend. If it was your friend, you would call them out. In turn, does that deter people from looking because I don't have a large following to start? I don't think that deters people. I would say, you showing up, you being consistent, you giving them something to look at. Like, what value are you bringing to your following for them to come back and watch? And when I say value, y'all, I'm not talking about like, all right, guys, let's talk about this lesson on mentorship. Like, I'm not talking about like, yes, you can give lessons and stuff like that too, but what value are you bringing? Maybe it's value of like a mom, a go-getter, a professional that has a side hustle. What value are you bringing to your audience for them to come back and look at you? And your consistency is going to grow that number. Keep in mind, y'all, when I started this business, there were no such thing as stories. You couldn't post on your stories. Stories weren't even alive. They was dead. They weren't born yet. They weren't born yet. So with that said, I had to learn how to grow my views on stories too. Just like with TikTok, it wasn't born yet. And so I had to learn how to grow my views there too. So just being consistent, I promise that's the key to everything.
Okay, hey y'all. I wanted to like touch on the business post because I know a lot of them were kind of like, if you're buying something or like in the grocery store, those type of things. And maybe there's newbies on here that has not received a paycheck yet, but talking about like what the income is going to do, but also sharing the other parts that the business has changed. So like I know for me personally, even being like an oldie, it has grown me closer with God. So like I do my journaling and I share sometimes the different ways. Like I think it was last week, I actually found a new method for journaling on TikTok because of the business. And I get to share that in my stories or even in my posts that because of this business, it's grown my relationship with God. And there are some people that are looking for even like a business or a group of people that can allow them to grow in that area as well. So think about like the little things. Maybe you weren't, like Tiara said, socially awkward. I'm socially awkward. I like to say sometimes I don't like people and things like that. Some people say I'm standoffish and things like that. But I have grown out of that box than where I was 6 years ago. And so you can talk about those different things, even if it's a week of you being in the business or a month, you have had those little differences.
Lauren, did you want to say something else, or was that the old hand raised? Oh, okay, no problem.
Okay, so I wanted to add on to when Tiara said to share like the small wins, announcing it on your page or in your stories. Of course, that will help, like she said, to show people that this is legit. You are, doing the business that you said. Sometimes people wonder, like, does she really have products? Are the products homemade? All sorts of stuff. So sharing those enrollments is not to brag. It's literally just to say, I am who I am. This is what I'm doing. This is how it's working for me, and invite them along. But also sharing your small wins, those are the pieces that you will add on to your story. So a lot of times we think like we don't have a story, or right now, I still to this day will tell Tiara's story. I'm gonna tell Tiara's story till I'm whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm always gonna tell her story because honestly, that was what inspired me to really take this thing serious, Because I'm like, if that girl left her job, like, hold on, ain't nobody just leaving a job to do a little thing on social media. So I will share that, but then also I think about what I have done. So for my newbies, if you got a customer in your first week, in your first couple of days, that's an accomplishment, because it's so many people out here that's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be successful. You need to say that on your one-on-one call. I came in, had zero experience, and I was able to get 4 customers or 2 customers or 1 customer. And I'll tell people I ain't know nothing from a hole in the ground. But I was able to come in and be successful, and that will be inspiring to the person that thinks that they cannot do this, because you're sharing that you got a customer. They don't need to know all about the BV and what it paid you and all of that. The fact that you started and you were able to see success is a piece of your story, and it's something that you should be proud about. Not to mention when Tiara said to share the bonuses. Share what you're going after. Y'all already know, like, I will keep on saying, like, I feel like it's been a long journey to diamond for me, because I have announced so many times, like on my stories and like with true conviction, I'm going diamond this month, y'all. I'm going diamond. And I ain't go till just this past Friday. And I'm not gonna lie, I would be a little embarrassed, and I'd be like, maybe next time I don't need to say nothing. No, I'm gonna say it every time. I'm going to say it every daggone time. I'm going diamond or whatever rank I'm going for, because the same way you go to school and you say, I'm getting this master's degree, and you don't know how many classes you gonna fail before you get there, or if you gonna drop out, or what. You don't tell people I might be getting a master's degree, or I might be going to school, or I'm not gonna say nothing and just walk across the stage at graduation. You tell people what you're doing. So don't be afraid of, well, maybe I shouldn't share it because I don't know, if I'm really gonna get it. Say it, because guess what? When you get just that close, those people that knew you had been pushing for this for the last 3 years, they gonna come out the woodworks to help you now get that goal, because they see that, guess what? She didn't make it the last time. She didn't make it the time before that. And she's still going at it. I've had people doing one-on-ones with them, and they have told me, like, you still doing this, that I remember talking to you in 20. You sure do. And you gonna keep on seeing me talk about this business, because I'm gonna keep on with it. So y'all, do not be afraid. Talk about Jamaica. I'm talking about it every day, all day. Whether it's gonna be in my stories, whether it's gonna be a post, whether it's gonna be the note on my Instagram. Somewhere along the line, you're going to see something on my page about going to Jamaica. And so when they see me in Jamaica, they're going to know that girl, she told me she was going. She stayed true to her word. She put in the work, and her girls made it to Jamaica. So keep on sharing your bonuses. Be real. And honestly, that's going to hold you accountable. Because how many times are you going to show up and keep saying, "Dang, y'all, I ain't make it. Dang, y'all, I ain't make it." Because after a while, you're going to have to look at yourself and say, why you ain't made it yet? Why didn't you make it? So put it out there so you can rise to the occasion.
Yes, y'all, the fact that you're not sharing it, I promise you that's why you ain't reaching your goal. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Life and death lies in the power of your tongue. If you be willing to speak it, what is going to happen? Can his word return to him void? Somebody let me know. I don't think so. Okay? Y'all better know his word and like live it. You have to speak it into existence, y'all. And I promise you, he gonna show up every time. Last week, Brittany is getting enrollments, these cousins and stuff. I said, Brittany, you've been upset at your cousin for 3 years because they didn't support you when you first started. But guess what? You need them more now than you did back then. And guess what? They were signing up 3 years later. Some of y'all are in your feelings because people are not supporting you at the start. But when you're going after those big promotions and they coming out the woodwork supporting you then, you gonna still need them then. You're never building your business for just today. So a person saying no today does not affect them saying no, yes, 2 years from now. But if you decide to stop, you're letting that one no affect you, which means they shouldn't have started with you in the first place because you was gonna stop. All right, Chris, I'm gonna let you go.
Hey, everybody. So Brittany pretty much said everything that I was going to say. Great minds think alike. But I wanted to share that that's how I went Ruby, is by sharing my story, is by letting everyone know what I was doing, what I was trying to achieve. And one of I had 2 more customers to go. That's what I said in my mind. But I had like 400 BV to go to give to Ruby. And I said, that's 2 customers. And this one girl, I used to work with her back in 1997. She's like, girl, I see you grinding. I see you working hard. I see you talking about it, all this stuff. I'm gonna buy $300 worth of stuff from you. And she bought $300 worth of stuff from me. I said, Brittany, I just got 297 BV, honey. We ready. She was like, Crystal, you only have 49 BV to go. Bet. Who else we looking for? Some kind of way somebody else was, I said, Brittany, she actually told me I had 38 BV to go. I said, Brittany, I have 49 BV now. She was like, you did it. You did it. It was like, Mama, you made it. So just making sure that you do share, because even if you're not getting the interaction that you want, so those people who may not see your poll and don't respond, you're still being watched. I guarantee you. And you're being watched for your consistency. You're being watched to see just all kind of random stuff. Yes, people want to be nosy. I did a post with my kids tasting Prime for the first time. And it everywhere I walk, you know, that post you did about your kids, that was good. That was so funny. Especially when my daughter said she liked it and gave it a 1 out of 10. It was just hilarious. So it was a whole thing. But yeah, so no matter what it, I'm a lesson person. So today I did a post about how to do a goal and have a plan with it, but I built it up. So I put a post about a goal, just a simple post, and then I did me talking about it. And then the next thing will be to tie it into Jamaica. So everything is just about building, but that's me, that's my authentic self. So I know y'all been hearing it a lot tonight, but be your authentic self, share your wins, share your girls winning, share how y'all grinding together, because that makes a difference. When Denisha and Lahara posted me on their page and I shared that, that got a lot of love because they're seeing that, okay, y'all working out here. When I post this training, okay, this is legit. So then I get a message that's like, okay, now I'm ready to talk to you, Crystal. I'm ready for the conversation. So all of that makes a big difference. So continue to be your authentic selves, showing up, celebrating, even if it's the smallest thing, like what Quetta just said about like, you may have just started, but that makes a difference because now you're doing something to step into the realm of growth and just building upon that over and over and over again. It's a beautiful thing. So just wanted to share that.
And for anybody here that's thinking like it's too late for me to share the promotions, I forgot to share them too. I haven't even shared the promotions on my stories either. So just go and say that. Like, shoot, I just realized that my girls did that daggone thing. We just went running into this month because we have a trip to Jamaica and we're so excited about that. I forgot to share that they promoted. So let me shout them out real quick. Like, just be genuine, y'all. Just be genuine.
I really quick, I wanted to share for one, y'all. For one, when you're posting, don't overthink posting, y'all. It's literally just sharing your journey. Like Tiara said, if you get a customer that day, that's a post. If you get a distributor and you never thought you could get a distributor and you got that distributor, that is a post. But one thing that I love doing on my stories, I like sharing like my frequently asked questions that I'm getting on my one-on-ones. So if someone's like, you know, Sharon, like, I don't know if I can do this business. Do I have to have a large following? And I'm getting it consistently. I'm going to go on my stories and I'm like, y'all, I had 10 calls today and everybody asked me the same question and I'm literally addressing it. Why? Because somebody may be wanting to do the business with me and they're going to be thinking the same thing. So if I announce it and relate it to everybody, they're going to be like, okay, I can do this business. And also relate how you feel or how you felt before starting the business. For me, I was a little scared because I've never done anything like this before. And I'm pretty sure you guys can relate to that. But how did you feel when you started the business? Were you skeptical? Were you scared? Were you nervous? Talk about that. Because people on your story and people who are following you, they feel the same exact way. They're thinking, I don't think I can be successful. I don't have no experience. So, but if you go on your stories and relate to them and let them know, like, look, I had the same feelings, thoughts, but I'm still able to see success. Just relate to them. I wanted to share that.
Hey y'all, okay, real quick. So 3 things I want to share. Definitely be relatable. I always say in my one-on-ones, I'm like, when I started, in my head, I said, if I don't get anything out of this, I'm going to get my investment back. I paid $150 and I'm going to get it back. And I tell people that, and I say, I literally got my investment back in 2 weeks. My warm list. They don't know anything about warm list. I don't say that, but I just say literally I got my investment back in 2 weeks. You can get your investment back in a day. You can get your investment back in 2 days. But you know, I share that with them because you know some people don't want to drop the 150 or they're a little leery about it. So you have to be relatable. Another thing, Crystal, yes, when I went Ruby, I was sharing everything on my story and people will support you. If people see you are aiming for something, they see you being consistent, y'all, they're going to come in the clutch. I promise. You got to talk about it. You have to talk about it. The other day, It Works followed me. I was like, somebody pinch me because why is my company now following me? Literally just by the things that I post. And I posted on my story and everybody's like, oh my God, like, I just love how passionate you are about this. Y'all, I'm a Ruby leader. I have big dreams, but I'm a Ruby leader. And my following probably thinks I'm presidential. But literally, y'all, like, just share, like, share. It's going to help in the long run.
Yes, Shanice. That, quite frankly, is the point. They should think that you are like ambassador, because you will be one day. But Tiara just made me think about it, y'all, and it's crazy. I was gonna tell y'all, and I talk so fast sometimes I forget. But I legit, like, when she said you can forget about like the little things and then you think it's too late. Like, no lie, I've been doing one-on-one calls since the first. Do y'all know I'm so used to telling my story the same old way? Like, it was crazy when I was like, I just earned, like, I'm so used to saying I earned a $5,000 bonus in the trip to DR and whoop, whoop, whoop. And I had to stop myself and say, oh yeah, and Friday, I earned a $20,000. Like, it is still surreal to me. Like, even though I know the system said diamond, I know what I earned. And honestly, I am so stoked about going to Jamaica. Like, I gotta remind myself, like, girl, bitch, you did it. Like, you did it. So don't think that anything that you do isn't worth talking about. And don't, like, if you forget about, like, remind yourself, like, put yourself on, like, hype yourself. It's nothing wrong with that, because you're not bragging to anybody else. You're literally inviting them along the way. So as I'm doing my one-on-one calls, and we tell y'all all the time, like, you will only get more comfortable with doing those one-on-one calls as long as you do them. And so I'm literally now, like, I'm feeling like a newbie, because I'm like, I gotta kind of rewrite my story and let these people know, like, I did the daggone thing. I'm a diamond leader now. Like, you know, this is where I am now. And just make sure you're willing to say, okay, my story is going to change. It's not going to always look like this, and it's going to keep growing for the better. So wherever it is, just like Quetta said, if your faith in God is growing, that's something that a lot of people will be interested in. I literally did a one-on-one with the girl that started on the 14th, and she said, I'm looking for something that is faith-based, because I've had people that I've connected with through opportunities like this, and I can't talk about God, or we can't, you know, share those certain things. So just remember, everything that you do is important. Everything that you do is an accomplishment, and don't be afraid to share it, because you're always going to invite somebody. So it's never bragging.
Okay, thank you so much. We're gonna go really quick into customers and product. A lot of people, what I've noticed this, you'll start posting about your starter post, and then after that is all products. You cannot just post about the products, okay? When you are only posting about the products, you look like a happy customer, not a happy business owner, okay? You have to let people know that you're in business. And so you do that by letting people know what you have, and we already went over that. But in terms of the product post, yes, you can show your products if you want to. When I show my products, I'm usually sharing it as though I'm like while I'm using it. So like yesterday, I showed that I got the lash and brow serum because I purchased it to use it. So if I started showing myself putting it on, or showing like if I'd show like, all right, y'all, this is my before picture, I showed the product for that reason. If I show the coffee, it's because I'm making the coffee. If you don't have those products at home and you don't need to use those products, I wouldn't just post a picture of those products. Does that make sense? If that's the case, what I'm gonna do is say, like, how many people on my timeline love coffee but is looking for something healthier? How many people on my timeline want to stop drinking coffee because you think it's so unhealthy? I have something for you, okay? I'm not talking about me. I am talking about y'all, like what y'all need, okay? Now there are some times where I need a cleanse, and I'll say, like, I need a cleanse. I just got back from vacation. Who else needs one? Okay, so you can wrap yourself into it when you're actually using it, but if you're not, then it's okay for you to ask your following what their needs are. So that is like some of the posts that you'll see on our page on Facebook. On our stories, you'll see the same thing, but we'll include a poll so that people can actually interact. When you include a poll in your stories, always do double positives. If you do no, yes or no, you're gonna be upset because people are gonna click no because you gave them that option. And you shouldn't have did that. Had to learn that the hard way. Okay. I'm like, dang, why would you say no? Because you put no. Okay. So instead of putting no, always put double positives like, can I have more information or sign me up? On Facebook, one thing that I noticed is that people will go ham posting videos and like recipes and funny memes and stuff like that. Stop it. Stop. It was okay for you to do that before. You are now sharing yourself. You are the main event. You can't keep sharing other people's content. What you're doing is pushing your content out of the algorithm. And so you're wondering why you're not getting comments on your content. And it's because Facebook said that, or you told Facebook that their stuff was more important than your own. Okay. So if there is something that's so hilarious to you and you have two cousins that you want to crack up laughing with them at it, send it to them directly. I do that too. Okay. Send it to them directly and crack up laughing. Don't post it on your page. And push your own content out of the way. When it comes to posting, I want to talk about time. Does anybody have questions about products? Really quick, products, anybody? No. Interaction posts are always good. If you feel like you're not getting a lot of interaction on the post that you're putting up, put up an interaction post. One thing that I noticed that newbies get caught up in, they think that there's like a one quick fix, like give me with a post. And they're waiting for that post to blow up. Like, you gotta be consistent, boo. Okay? Sometimes Brittany put up a product post or a interaction post and she gets 100 comments on it. I put it up, I get 10. Okay? I have no control over that, but what I can do is show up the next day and post again. So stop waiting for a post to blow up and just focus on being consistent. And that's something that I also wanted to say. Everybody is so quick to put a timeline on their success and how long they're going to be in the business. I'm going to give it 3 months, like you doing your business a favor. Okay? How many of you all are going to be able to post that you've been in your business for a year on your year anniversary with It Works Global? How many of you all are going to be able to share that because you decided, like, I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to grow over a year's time, opposed to saying, like, I'm going to give this 3 months as if you were giving your business an ultimatum. That's like somebody starting a Chick-fil-A franchise. Like, I'm gonna give it 3 months for people to start flowing through here. Like, what? Okay. What was the point? So keep that in mind, the longevity of your business. What else about products? Before and afters, you can post those too. Have fun with the before and afters. Get your own before and afters. They're very helpful in conversations with people. And I'm not talking like little small changes. Fight for some drastic before and after pictures, whether it is your hair, your skin. Give some attention to your skin, boo. Okay? And so if that means that you have to like make sure that you're washing the makeup off every night, then start doing that so that you have results to show for in your business, okay? If that means you have to deep condition every weekend so that your hair vitamins can actually work with your hair, then do that so that you can get some drastic results over time, okay? What else? Anybody else have anything about customer or product posts? Does anybody have questions about product posts? No? I see your hand, Lauren.
Yeah, I be struggling with trying to find a button to raise my hand. Okay, so I was wondering, because I don't have any results yet. So it's cool posting y'all results, but people always ask me, like, have you tried the products? I have grown my natural hair like by myself. So I have pictures of when my hair is super short and super long. I've always struggled with terrible acne. So I have before and after pictures, but not from using the product. So is it misleading if I wanted to show just past photographs and say, and then put like a question mark, like, Do you want to know how I cleared up my skin, or do you want to clear up your skin? Is that misleading to do? Is that wrong to do? I don't know.
I would say that your verbiage really matters. So if
Okay.
you say like, I use this and this happened, like, don't be lying.
Right,
But if you're saying like, who wants to clear up their skin, then you did not say that you use the products. To
Okay.
do that, okay. You just have something to help with that. And so what you can do is show your results and then also show somebody else's. If you are now using that product and your skin is still clear, that means it didn't give you a breakout. Then again, that goes to show that it works. So it's okay for you to say that, but just be very mindful of your verbiage. I was not using the hair vitamins in college, but my hair was fried, dyed, and laid to the side because I cheered in college and I had to keep it straight for a cheer. Okay. And so with that said, I have a picture that I show, but then I also show my hair after being in the business for a year. Like, was I using the hair vitamins for the 3 years before I started this business? No. However, I have results from the hair vitamins. The hair vitamins help me to maintain my length after I gained length. Does that make sense? It also helped me to transition while I was transitioning from relaxed to natural hair. So yeah, just be mindful of the verbiage that you use.
Okay.
And I mean, honestly, nobody's gonna pop you on the head, but integrity,
No, of course, yeah.
Yeah, integrity. Good question.
I just wanted to add on to that, like, don't ever think that just your results alone is going to be what makes or breaks somebody about getting the products, because you can show your own results, and if they want to get it, they're going to get it. That does not guarantee somebody else's results. I literally will tell people, like, this is what I did. I'm gonna swear by the coffee, the gummies, and that super greens. But at the end of the day, you may purchase these from me. If you don't use them and they sit on your counter, like, they're not gonna do anything for you anyway. And so another thing I will tell my newbies, like, when they are fresh starting, well, first of all, you got products in your kit. If you're not using those, okay, cool. But make sure you get a product, and then you can let those people know, like you don't have to lie and say you've gotten results. Say, this is what I'm using now to get my results. Do it with me. Like, I know they work because I've seen it from other people. So that alone, my word is my bond. Like, you ain't gonna tell me that I'm lying to you. Like, if I tell you, like, my girl Tiara got results and now I'm working to get my own results. So most people will respect the fact that you say, okay, I just started this week. I know I'm not the size I want to be, but I seen my girl get these results, and that's why I'm using these. And so you can join me now, because some people they'll want to wait to see you get your results. But I'll tell them, why you want to wait when, guess what? You can be getting the results at the same time, because I know these products work. So I always tell people to invite somebody to do it with them, even with the business. You can watch me make money, or you can start and put in your effort. And when I'm getting paid, we getting paid together. So invite them along your journey, show them your journey, and yeah.
I like that, Britt. I think I'm gonna use that to get my next DT. You can watch me or you can join. But I wanted to say, I talked to do y'all ever get those loyal customers, potential loyal customers, potential perk members that want to call you? So I had a lady that called me today, and she was like, I just wanted to ask, do you use the cleanse and slimming gummies? And I'm like, am I gonna lose her by saying no? But I was just honest. I said, no, I don't use it. I said, because personally, weight loss is not a goal of mine. I was like, to be honest, I'm out here trying to get fit, okay? And she bust out laughing. She was like, what do you use? So I said, well, I use our protein powder in my smoothies. I was like, I'm also really big on skincare. So I also use our eliminating facial pads. I use our hair, skin, and nail vitamins. I feel like we have something for everyone. Even though I don't use the weight loss products, I have plenty of clients that do and have had amazing results. And she was just like, oh, I saw the picture of your mom today, and that's why I called you. That's why I want to order. So, like, guys, you can be authentic and you can be honest with these people. If you don't use it, you don't use it. Like, I mean, I think that people respect that, you know, but still knowing that, hey, I don't use those, but I use these, you know, I do use something for my company.
And y'all also have to keep in mind, like I've had 2 babies while in the business, so weight loss hasn't always been my goal. I've also lost all the weight to the point that I was trying to like get a butt, and so your results and stuff and what you need changes over time. So, and that's okay. We're kind of working our business through life, okay? And we will never use everything that we have in our store. Like that's not normal for us to be using 30 products at once. That would be a little weird. So keep that in mind. I don't think I have anything else to share. Someone said yes, they had. Oh, stories versus wall. So how do you know if you should be posting your stories versus your wall? I say this often. Facebook is more forgiving. Okay. So you can post stuff on your Facebook wall that you would never post on your Instagram wall. Your Instagram wall should be full of you and your life, your family, the things that you love and enjoy. Yes, I love my business. However, it would be a little aesthetically, it's not as aesthetically pleasing on Instagram for you to post like what is it? Memes of like who wants to buy this and stuff like that. So in that situation, I put it on my stories. Okay. Also, like the amount of times that you post on Facebook doesn't really matter, whereas on Instagram, you're not gonna post 5 pictures back to back. On Facebook, they wouldn't care. So any other questions about posting before I let you guys go? No? Okay. I had planned to show Facebook and Instagram, but as y'all can see, it is so much to learn, you guys, about all of these topics, posting, messaging, following, adding to your network. So this is just one piece of the puzzle. Let's start fresh this week with doing that, okay? So we're giving it to you one at a time. Focus on posting every single day. On your Instagram stories, my suggestion is at least like 5 to 10 slides in your stories. Okay. A slide is like that little notch after you post a story. I would say 5 to 10 of those. On your page, you should be posting at least, I would say at least once a day. So whether it's like a reel or an actual post, you should be putting up something daily. Now, on your stories, you want to practice the sandwich technique, write this down. Your meat is your business. So when you're talking about a product or the business, that's your meat. The bread is your life. Okay, so lifestyle, meat, lifestyle, meat, lifestyle, meat, lifestyle. Okay, so never post like a straight up sandwich full of products and then be like, I posted on my story today. Like, where is you? Does that make sense? Where is you? Where is your lifestyle? Y'all know what I'm saying, whatever, it's late. Okay. Any other questions? You bet not. Any other questions? Okay. Well, I will let you guys go. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Okay, so y'all.